Okay, hey everybody, how are you doing? It's been a while since I've done the not so daily sparks, so I figured I'd come with it and really give you some great information. Uh, there's something that I've been advocating for in the seminars that I conduct with Constant Contact that I figured I'd really share with you because it's that important. It's huge, and it's the power of delegation. And it's taken me several years to come to some level of mastery, some level of maybe on the threshold of mastery, let's put it that way. I've been attempting to outsource many uh, tasks to virtual assistants, to programmers, to designers, going on about 10 years now since I really started this journey as a small business owner. And I want to share just some of the things that I've learned. Here recently, it's really become much more important to me to delegate, not just to do the whole ego thing and to feel like that I've reached some type of upper echelon or high level or whatever, but I want to have a good quality of life. I live about 3 blocks from the beach, and until I started really depending on a cadre of assistants, um, I wasn't able to go. I was working nonstop, and when I wasn't working, I was trying to catch up on sleep and not be so exhausted and get those bags from under my eyes. So um, I can enjoy the beach now. I can take a bike ride. I can go out on a date, if I if I would like to, and actually look good. You know what I'm saying? I'll have time to shop, and that's all because I have people who are helping me with the smaller tasks, or I might think that they're small, but when I have to take them on, they become really huge because um, they're not my bailiwick. They're not the things that are really easy to me. There are things that come easily to me, such as speaking, like public speaking and taking concepts and ideas and simplifying them, streamlining them, and making them just so clear that you have no way to shimmy out of it or not to understand it, and to do it in an entertaining way. I realize I'm gifted in that area. Now, when it comes to, lots of emailing and coordinating schedules, okay, and a lot of the detail work, that is not fun for me because you actually have to sit still for an extended period of time to do that. I have a problem with that. Sister Mary Catherine knows you can actually go to St. Therese Catholic elementary school and you could chat with them or whatever. I don't know wherever the nuns that taught me in elementary school, wherever they are now, they can attest to the fact that sitting still, not for Lisa Sparks, not for Lisa D right here. So anyway, enough about my misspent youth or my childhood. I wanted to share with you this one site. You've seen it while I was talking. It's called AssistU, assistu.com. Great place to find a virtual assistant. Absolutely wonderful. Another really good place is elance.com, guru.com. Tons of websites out there that can help you to link up with a good person. But as many of you know, I'm of the church going sort. And I was at church yesterday, and our pastor really said something that was just so powerful. It really gave me clarity, and it actually gave me more courage to do the things that I often encourage you to do, which is to hire people who have a high level of integrity and who have character. Okay. One of the challenges that I run into in hiring assistants is that either they have such a low level of competency that they expose my brand to a lot of mistakes and misunderstandings and drop balls, and that doesn't work for me. I get very irritated when that happens. But then on the other spectrum, on the other side of things, you have people who are extremely experienced, and sometimes they're even older than me. And it can be difficult for those people to basically take orders from you. They kind of think that they know better. But since I'm the one that's writing the checks, I know better, whether I do or not. You know what I mean? There's a lot of logic behind the decisions that we as small business owners make. We know our businesses better than anyone else. Just because we're delegating doesn't mean that we don't understand. It just means that's not our area of expertise. And, shout out to Janie Coffee. She gave me this term, or she shared this term with me, highest and best use. Our real estate friends use that all the time. What is the highest and best use of your time as a business owner? Is it looking stamps? Is it coordinating a telephone call, making sure that everyone's schedules are in place? Is it, emailing details? Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe that's not the highest and best use of your time, and you can outsource it. Try to audit what you do within a day or within a week, and say, can someone else do this, or is this only something that I can do? Be very honest with yourself, and whatever someone else can do, really got to let it go. You got to let it go. But getting back to what my pastor said about the character issue. So those people who have a high level of proficiency and can like really knock things out, and they know how to speak and all that cool stuff when it comes to being an assistant. Well, the thing that I've run into is that they feel like they kind of know better, and they use their quote unquote intuition to subvert my authority almost, or make decisions that they think are right, and they're contrary to what I want or to what I've asked for. So not cool. And it really does show a lack of integrity. I'm not here to throw anybody under the bus. I'm not here to, um, basically to gossip about anybody, because we all have our own issues or whatever. But when it comes to your business, man, fire those people. And I talk about that a lot in my seminars, and I want to share with you just a couple of points about what it means, or how to fire someone. If someone is, if that person is a service provider, or if they're, if we're going to use tax terms, if they are an independent contractor versus an employee. So independent contractor, you don't necessarily have to formally, write something out saying, hey, get out of my face, don't ever work with me again. But what you can do to gracefully step backwards from the relationship is just to say, slow down on the projects that you are feeding that person. Weather the storm on the current project that you have going with that person, and then slowly but surely either start interviewing someone else, have about 3 or 4 people on the back burner who you can pull at and say, okay, now I'm going to tap into your strengths, and then move away from that other person who's causing challenges in your business. Very, very important to always have a pool of people to pull from. So it's almost like always be interviewing, always be hiring. And one of the keys to vetting people and to finding out what their integrity level is to some extent is to give them specific instructions, things that they are supposed to do within a certain period of time, while you're still deciding whether you want to work with that person or not. And then just sit back and see how they're going to react, what they're going to do. Are they going to test the limits? Do they miss the deadline, during the interview process? Those are all things that are indications that, hey, this person is, not really that good at what they say they're going to do. It's one thing to ask somebody something, and even their references, it's one thing to ask their references, but it's another thing to watch that person's behavior. It's about their behavior, because that's where character really shows up. What you want to do, if at all possible, is try to put the person in a situation where there's almost like it's high pressure. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Bill Parcells is one of my favorite NFL coaches. Unfortunately, he didn't coach the Eagles, so whatever. But he was one of my favorites because he would do that to his players. He would just like really get in their faces to see what they were made of. And you might think that, oh, he's just being antagonistic and like messing with people, but having the right people on your team, I mean, that's the ballgame. That's everything. Having the right nucleus, the right people, and who are the right people? The ones who have integrity, the ones who do what they say they're going to do. There's no price that you can put on that, number one. And number two, you can't teach it. That is something, you can't give someone a book, how to have integrity, how to keep your word. Either it's in their soul or it's not in their soul. So really keep that in mind. So as you are vetting people, check out Assist You. Here's another place. So now how to manage a person that you are working with or your virtual assistant. This is what I use right here, guys. It's called High Rise. It's cool. I mean, I'm not doing backflips over it because it is lacking in certain areas. I'm not going to josh you or to not tell you tell you the truth about this. But it's the best that I found, and I mean, I'm constantly searching for new software, for better software, and this is absolutely. I mean, I haven't seen anything else that's built just for the small business sector that's really highly visible and that's out there for everyone. If you know of one though, let me know. Seriously, if you're sitting there watching this video and thinking, man, such and such service is just totally awesome, put it in the notes on this video. I'm not kidding. I want to see, I want to see it. But right now, I live in high rise. It helps me to keep track of everything that's going on, and you see with the screen right here pretty much what it's saying. I'm going to do a whole ad for them. Yes, you can be prepared. You can track your promises. This is what I love right here. Track your promises, and you can actually put tasks inside of high rise so that you know when you have that deadline to fulfill that promise. And it's the same thing with your staff. You can actually have several users, and you can change their permission and their access to your information. So some people on your team can have access to only a certain group of your contacts. Let me tell you something, as you know, okay, your contacts, I mean, that's gold for your business. I can remember, gosh, a couple of years ago, all of these internet marketing millionaires and gurus, um, someone posed a question to them saying, okay, if you lost everything, where would you start first to like rebuild? And they said they'd start with their contacts. And really, that's the key, your relationships. And so any CRM tool, CRM, customer relationship management or client relationship management tool, it's really there just to help you to keep track. Okay, but the essence of the relationship is in your one-on-one with your people. All right, so I've rambled along enough. I love you guys, and so I want to share as much as I possibly can with you to help you to succeed in your business. And hopefully, as time goes on, I'll get to share with you why I'm so passionate about small businesses, at least as much as I can understand. To a certain extent, I don't even understand why I'm so passionate about it. But I do have an inkling of where it might have come from. So that's a little teaser for the next video. All right. Love you guys. I'll talk with you soon. Bye.